Good afternoon, Real Life Radio listeners. This is Jennifer with your Community Connection Corner here on your Catholic station, Real Life Radio 1380 and 94.9 FM. Joined this weekend by ladies from Women Leading Kentucky. I have Carol Seiler and Sonia Boniface. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you, Jennifer.
So we've been talking, introducing our listeners to different organizations, nonprofits in the area of a variety of types. So you guys are, you're not typically, doing some of what our listeners think of. So tell us about what Women Leading Kentucky is about.
Well, Women Leading Kentucky, as you said, is a nonprofit organization, and we provide opportunities for women. And our mission statement says that our mission is to provide opportunities for women to lead, learn, achieve, and give back to their communities. And we do that through several ways. One way is our roundtables that we do 8 times a year. We do 6 in Lexington and 2 in Frankfort. And we also hold an annual conference. We have also started an evening networking group called Networking After Hours. Mm-hmm. And it's for people that maybe can't get off work and come to the luncheon, and they're all just excellent ways for women to network with other members of the business community, for new businesses, to network, find new clients, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, and it's also interesting, we stand out a little bit from some of the other women's groups in that we're not a membership organization. And so really you can attend any of our roundtables, conferences, events that we put together. And if you become a member, really, if you just attend any of them and you can be a part of our e-newsletter and receive information, and you can just attend any of the events that your schedule allows you to.
Yeah, that's totally unique because I am part of other women's groups, and you pay your $100 and then you pay for lunch, and then you pay, on and on. But if you can only go to a round table once a year, that's okay.
Yeah,
that's right.
You're still not out a huge investment from a membership. So how long has Women Leading Kentucky been around?
Since 1999.
Oh, wow.
And another thing that we do, I need to mention, is we provide scholarships for women attending Kentucky colleges and universities. Mm-hmm. And to date, we have awarded, we're up to about $125,000 now, as of the 2014 awards, and those awards will be announced. They'll be announced soon. But we're up to about $125,000 given away in that amount of time.
Yeah, and the scholarship goes to an undergraduate program, anybody in a Kentucky college. But then there's also one scholarship that goes to a high school student, a senior. And so that's really nice, so that as they're going into a college career, they can still be able to qualify for a scholarship.
So you do like women returning to the workforce or returning to school, or
some of them,
any woman who wants to apply eligible, or?
Yeah, some of the women are in their 30s or in their 40s that are in that criteria or situation. Mm-hmm. But then the other. Typically, most of the times, it's younger women and that are just starting first, second, third year in college. And then we do also give one scholarship to NOSW, the New Opportunity School for Women.
No, what's that? I'm not familiar with that.
I think they're in Berea.
They're in Berea. Mm-hmm. And they are mainly, their goal is to help women in Appalachia go back to school. Maybe it's college credits. I think they help them get their GED, and and just to help them find a job. It's just a support system for women who are first generation students, and to provide them with the resources to go back to school.
Right, because thinking about that area. Mm-hmm. A lack of resources would be a great hindrance to many getting to school or going back.
Right.
So do you follow up with these people that you've sent to school? Do you know that it worked, or
Yeah, we do. We every year we communicate with them. We try to have them come to our roundtables so that they can also be an inspiration for the continuing scholarship program that we do have, where we're asking a lot of the people that do attend our roundtables and our conferences to please sponsor and help support the scholarship program. And so there's nothing better, we think, than to have an actual live person there and explaining to us why the scholarship made a difference for them in their lives. And so oftentimes they'll come to our conference, they'll come to our roundtables from time to time and just give us their experience.
Because when you put a face to a project, it's like, oh, well, this white envelope's on the table and they're telling me to put money in it, but, does this do anything? Is it for anybody? But then someone's standing up there, yes, it helps me. I'm sure on those days you see a little bit more money in the white envelopes.
Yeah.
I would anticipate.
It's true.
That's true. And that's another thing is that if you come to the round table, you're given an opportunity to give. And it's any amount of money. If you've got change in your purse, just hand it over. Yeah. Or
they're not going to turn
checks
it away.
or credit cards
Right.
are accepted too. But we also have a donate button on our website where if anyone would like to donate to our scholarship fund, then they're welcome to do that at any point during the year, and that money will be added to our scholarships.
And that's womenleadingky.com.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
I've done enough spots for you. I've
Yeah,
got it
you've
down
got that.
So at the we mentioned the roundtables and as a good networking opportunity, but can you tell the listeners exactly what happens at one of those?
Sure. At the round table luncheon, the women usually start arriving around 11:30, and they're given that between 11:30 and 12 that time to network. To get to know each other, find a place to sit, because usually we're sold out, and so it's very crowded. We encourage them not to sit with the group that they come with. Good
luck with that.
Right. Some people do have to, then other people don't. They want to meet new people. That's the point.
Right.
And then we have lunch together, and this is all at Sal's Chop House on Tates Creek Road. And we have a speaker who is usually a woman who is at the top of her career, and she talks about her challenges and lessons learned as she has continued through her career path. And we've had just a variety of people. We've had bankers, Jean Hale, who is the president and CEO of Community Trust Bank. She was a March speaker. We've had Audrey Tace Haynes, who is the Secretary of the Cabinet for Health and Family Services. Yesterday, we had Eleanor Jordan, who is the Director of Kentucky Commission on Women. We've had just a variety of women and a few good men who have also spoken at our roundtables. And then after that comes Sonia's part.
Which is the best part. I mean,
which is
a fun part, right?
Fun part of the day. Sonia, what do you tell them what you do?
I do the gift drawings.
Yay.
And it's really nice because it provides a lot of the local organizations to be able to have some exposure. We of course, announce who they are. We put them on our program that everybody receives at the tables, and then we also put them on the PowerPoint. So it just provides, by just you donating a simple gift, it really does provide a lot of exposure for small, organizations. And some of them are not small, but they just love doing it year after year. And some of those gifts have become almost notorious now.
Right.
Like the Big Bubba from the UK Federal Credit Union. Is that
exactly.
See, I even know.
So you
know that.
The Big
You're
Bubba.
so familiar with it.
And we have usually how many, Sonia? How many gifts?
I mean,
It varies.
over
but
13. Yeah.
And we had 18 yesterday, right?
Wow.
And that was for Frankfurt.
Yes.
So, yeah. One of the things that I also enjoy about the roundtables that makes them stand out a little bit from other programs is that when Carol gets up, she always announces who has or allows people to give the opportunity to say, I have an opportunity at my job and we're looking for so-and-so. Or if you're in between opportunities, you can also market yourself in front of a wonderful group of business professionals. So it's something that people have come back and told us just how much they love and enjoy that part of the program. And so many jobs have actually been received that way. So It's,
Well, I know at the last time I was at one, they stood up and said something. I'm like, I know someone who, I don't need that, but I know someone who's looking and that would be great for them.
Yeah.
And so I told them, like, hey, look, you know,
Yeah.
so I was able to pass it on and also go.
Yeah.
And the nonprofit world, you see people bounce around from organization. I'm like, okay, if she left that position, where did she go? And who's coming in? Aha.
Yeah.
I'm going to attract this person. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah, it's networking at its finest there.
It is. It is. And our Networking After Hours event is new. Our next one is June the 11th. And it's from 5 to 7 rather than a luncheon. And men and women are both welcome. Well, I'll take that back. Men are welcome to come to the luncheons as well.
Right.
But they're really encouraged to come to the Networking After Hours. We want to make that for both groups, for men and women, and it's a great opportunity to network. And it's a little more laid back than the luncheons because it's just I should say a little more informal than the luncheons. It's an appetizer, type thing, and then what we've kind of gone with, whereas the luncheon is more, speakers who are giving an inspirational talk and talking about what they've done and, giving great inspirational words of wisdom to other women in business. These are, we've kind of looked at it to be a little more topical.
Okay.
The last one in January was about community involvement, and this one coming up, it's kind of a secret.
Oh, I see.
We'll spill the beans soon. We're just confirming with the people that that they're going to be able to do it. So as soon as we confirm, we'll pass it along. Of course, we'll pass it to you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
So that you will be able to pass it along to your audience, and it will be. But I think it's going to be It's going to be really exciting.
And now, where do you have those?
Those are at the Barrel House, which is on Manchester Street in downtown Lexington. It's in the Distillery District.
Fantastic.
Which is kind of a new, upcoming, trendy, neighborhood that has been revitalized.
Yeah. And what makes it a little bit informal when you were saying that is because part of your ticket that you purchase, you get a drink ticket as well.
I was wondering.
So
If you're putting somebody in the distillery district,
Yeah.
Right.
All right, ladies. Well, we need to take a quick break, but we will be back with more with Women Leading Kentucky here on your Community Connection Corner on your Catholic station, Real Life Radio 1380 and 94.9 FM WMJR, Nicholasville, Lexington.